Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be building out the YouTube UI in just HTML, CSS and maybe a little bit of JavaScript if we need it. Yeah, I suspect you know what YouTube looks like already if you're watching my video on there. Well, I hope so anyway. So let's just jump straight into the project. Okay, to begin with I've just got a blank HTML file and I'm just going to import my style sheet. I'm actually going to import a SCSS file called styles.scss. And I'm going to use a compiler called Parcel. Parcel is going to compile SCSS down to CSS. If you don't understand what that means, I'll put a link in the description. Click it and just have a read through, and it's quite easy, it's quite straightforward. And yeah, you could use Compass as another compiler, but yeah, I find Parcel is much better because it gives you a development server. And what I mean by that is if I do Parcel serve index.html, it's going to compile those files down and it's going to give me a link, which is a live link. So it'll automatically refresh the link for me when I make any changes. And yeah, it just increases the workflow a little bit. So if I go to this link, we'll see my document. And if I just do test, I'll do body, background, red. And I'll change it to red so it works perfectly. Okay, so let's just remove that. So to begin with, I'm just going to look at the YouTube page one more time, and I'm going to break it down into like elements that we can replicate and like have a structure to our workflow. So the way I like to look at it is we've got this bar at the top, which is like sort of fixed. So if you scroll, so we've got that sort of search bar. Then on the left hand side, we have the like categories and subscriptions, etc. So I'd consider that the left hand side, and then we've got the grid where all the elements are. To begin with, I'm just going to try to build out the structure without like actually going off and getting the icons. YouTube do use Material UI, so I know we can get the icons at a later stage, but just to like speed up the workflow, I like to just get the structure out before we start. So yeah, like I said, let's go back to the document and let's build out this little bar at the top, and what we want to call it is I'll just call it search bar. And then on the left we have we'll just call it menu, and we'll just call it logo actually. And then within here we'll have I'm going to do I for icon so I can go back to it later and change it. And then next to it we have the logo, and so I'm just going to take the logo from their site. I'm going to put it in here to image source, then post that image in. Go back to a document, it's going to look terrible. Let's just do let's just save it so we can remove the background. What else do we have? We then have the search bar. So I do another div called search. I'm not the best at naming my divs, by the way, so feel free to name something better. And then we have the button on the right hand side, and we've got the icon, which is search. And then we have we'll just call it icons. I know it's generic, but doesn't matter for now. We'll do, I think it's upload. I'm going to do apps. Then we've got notifications. And then we've got the like sort of user profile thing. Just call it that. Okay, job done, it's finished. No, I'm joking. We now need to like structure it so that it comes across and yeah, it just looks more like YouTube. So let's go back to our design. Let's go to, I'm just going to right click on this styles.scss, do split right, close this one, and I'm now going to be able to see exactly what div I'm referring to when I'm doing the CSS. So firstly, we just want to do body, and we want to do margin 0 because this is a default styling the browser gives. And we also want to do above here, just do star and do border, no, box sizing, border box. And this is essentially, if you've got padding on an element, it puts the padding inside instead of out, which like avoids complication at a later stage. Cool. So let's just do search bar to begin with. Let's do display flex. So that's going to bring everything down like that. And let's just do dot logo. I'm going to do image. I'm going to give it a fixed width of, we'll do 160 pixels. Okay, it's a lot smaller than that. We'll try 100. We'll just try 100 pixels. Okay, that'll do. Let's just do on the search bar. I think it's flex. I always forget this one. So I've done justify content space between, and then that's going to separate the elements and give it like equal space in between it. And that's just like a quick hack to get like the search bar in the middle. So on the search bar, let's just do padding 10 pixels. Maybe a little bit more, but try 15 pixels. And then let's see what font. I don't even know, is it Montserrat or Railway or something? Roboto. So I'm just going to go head over to Google, get the Roboto font, and just take the regular bold. We probably won't need all these, but I'm just going to take them anyway. I'm going to import that to the top of the CSS sheet. And oops, let's just do on the body font family Roboto. So the I tags are coming through as italic. I think it's just a default browser styling. So font style normal. Okay, so now we don't have that styling issue. Okay, so for each of the icons, I'll just do I in here, and I'm going to do padding. Let's just do not 10 pixels, or maybe 15 pixels. Try 7.5 pixels. Okay, that looks a little bit better. And for the search, let's target the input. Oops. And let's do a width of, let's say, I'm going to use the screenshot tool, Command-Shift-4, drag it across, just get a rough estimate of the pixels. I'm going to do width 500 pixels. No, that's too big. Do 400 pixels. And I'm going to do border radius. Not do border 1 pixel solid. Let's just try the color for now. Actually, we need to wrap this in a form as well, otherwise the search wouldn't work, so it would be invalid HTML. Let's just do input. Take the border off that, take the border off that. Let's just do input comma button. Do give it no border. And then on the form, going to give it a border. Could give these a height of 100%. And let's just do margin not. Padding not for now. Okay, so I'm going to give the form a height of 35 pixels. And let's see. I'm going to change these to just letters instead. And then I'm going to change the width of the input to 500. And change the menu icon to M. Just because the size looks a bit more real. And then on the search bar, on the display, the one that we've got display flex, I just want to put justify content center. Oops. Align content center. Or is it align items? Okay, align items. That's going to bring them in like sort of into center position. Saves us having to add padding and stuff unnecessarily. And then on the logo div, let's just do display flex and do align item center again. That's going to bring the menu icon in line with the logo. And okay, for now I think that looks, it's just something we can work with for now. So the left hand side, I'm going to tackle this structure. So beneath search bar, I want to do one large div to contain both of these, and I'm just going to call it .main body. And on here I'm going to do the left hand side, I'm going to do categories, and then on the right hand side I'm going to do videos. So in my CSS, let's just do .categories. We'll do width 200 pixels. I'll do background red for now. And on .main body, I want to give it a height of, let's try 100 view height for now. And do height 100%. And what we want to do is we want to give the search bar a fixed height. So let's say 80 pixels, maybe 70 pixels. And then on the main body, we could do height calc. And then we could do brackets and do 100 view height minus 70 pixels. And now this is going to be the height of the rest of the document. Let's make it a little bit wider, maybe 300 pixels. Whoa. 260 pixels. Do 250. Just remember, at this stage, it's more about getting the structure out there. And we can always go back and make the tweaks later on. I find this just really improves my workflow, because when you can actually envision the page properly in your own code in CSS, then it's easier to do the little tweaks, like icons and stuff. So now within categories, let's just do we'll do categories section, and then within here we'll do, instead of doing ULs, let's just do span, and we can do within span we can do icon, and I'll just do H for home, do it with an I again to be consistent, and then we can just do a let's just say another span, maybe call it home. I'm going to copy this down and do trending, do subscriptions, and now within here I want to do, okay, maybe we should give a class to these. We'll call them category do span, I'll just do dot category, we'll do width 100%, display flex, and on the categories or category section we want to do display flex again, but we'll do flex direction row, sorry, column. So that gives us that structure, and we just want to add some padding to the left hand side and right hand side. So we'll do padding, we'll just do 0, and then we'll do 15 pixels, and maybe we'll do it to, how much was that? Okay, but that's 25 pixels, and then actually what we'll do is on the category itself we'll add the padding, and we'll add 12.5 pixels padding to the top and bottom. Okay, what's happening here? Didn't save the HTML. Okay, cool. And then within here we can target the eye with the icon and do let's see, maps on hover. We can just add a margin right, 15 pixels, and maybe we'll do 25 again. And you can also see that this is the same to here, so let's go back up to our image, do margin left 25 pixels, I'll just do 15. Cool. So now let's remove the background red of the categories, and so the background's white, and then on hover we get this grey colour. Just want to get the colour, so I'm just going to use the colour tool. Going to click here, and that's going to be a grey colour. So at the back, at the top of the document, I'm going to do -root, and then I'm going to declare a colour variable. So do hyphen and do colour. You can name these anything. And do grey. I'll just paste that in there. I'm going to take this colour. I'm going to do on hover Okay, it's actually a little bit lighter than that. So just going to bring it down a little bit, and then do another one for grey light. I'm going to take this, I'm going to do on hover, do background, I'm going to do var, and we're also going to want to do cursor pointer. Okay, so I basically had to undo a load of changes because my camera only records for 30 minutes and I didn't even know. So I've just added the subscriptions to the bottom, and now we're just going to tackle this videos div. So if we just look at the site, we can see that it's just got these like thumbnails, and then it's got the text underneath. I'm just going to ignore the top for now. We can add it in after we've done. Just double checking my audio. Okay, so let's just do .videos grid, and actually we need to give this videos the background. So I'm just going to take the color, and then on the .videos div, oh, we haven't gone yet. .videos, I'm just going to do background. Do a new variable, grey BG, and I'm going to do background var color grey BG. I'm going to do height 100%, width 100%, and then on the outer element, which is the main body, just want to put that as display flex. So display flex, and then hopefully, yeah, we can get this side here. And let's just see what happens. See, if we scroll down now, the whole document scrolls, but we don't want that because YouTube has a fixed search bar at the top. So what I want to do is go down to the search bar to this what is it? Display, no, position sticky. And do top 0, so that means that when it reaches the top, which is always at the top, it's going to stick. And we'll also need to give it a background white because by default it's just transparent. So now this scrolls, but it scrolls, and we can still scroll down here, which is not great. What we want to do is on the main body do overflow hidden, and then on the .categories div do overflow Y scroll. Then that should allow us to scroll the categories section, but the rest of the document will stay like fixed. Okay, cool. So let's go back to the grid. I'm going to just do .videos grid. I'm going to do display flex again. Let's just do a video element. I'm going to call it video. These names are terrible. Like you should name them something else. And then within here, let's just do thumbnail. We'll give it an image, and as you can see earlier on, I took some thumbnails and I lost everything, but don't worry. So let's just do take any image, and then under thumbnail I'm just going to do details, and then the left hand side is going to have that little thumbnail. Let's see, so this little thumbnail of the person. So we just do author, we do image, and I could take this guy's picture that I was trying to take earlier, and I'll just do text, do a H3 and we'll give it, what was underneath, the name and the dev span views. Let's just say 10 views, just be very hopeful here. And the videos appear 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I'm just going to copy and paste that down. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And now for the flex grid, because we know there's 4 items, what we want to do is we want to divide 100 by 4, which is 225 pixels, 25%, and we want to minus it by the amount of margin we want in between the elements. So let's just start with by doing a padding on the actual videos div, and we can just do padding 15 pixels by 25 pixels. And okay, let's just actually tidy this up. In video, let's just do the div first. Let's just do width dot video width calc 25% minus, let's just do minus 10 pixels for now. And let's see, we'll just do dot thumbnail, do width 100%. We'll do height 170 pixels, and then we'll do image object fit cover. We're just going to like center the image in the middle and like make sure that it spans the whole like sort of size of the element. Height 100%, width 100%. Cool. And on the display, on the videos grid, we just want to give it a, what do we want to do? We want to do the same thing as I did earlier. So I think it's justify content space between. So this gives us the margin. This has gone too wide. I think we need to take the width off. Okay, what we want to do is we want to go down to dot author, and let's just do height 40 pixels, width 40 pixels, and let's just do object fit cover, and then on the image we do height 100%, width 100%, and also we need to put the object fit on the thumbnail div. Just gonna click that. Was it on the image? I can't remember now. Yeah, it's on the actual image itself. We put the object fit. And for the dot text div, if we just do dot text display flex, and no, sorry, not the dot. No, we need to do it on dot details. So dot details display flex. It's going to bring them next door to each other. We could do padding top 10 pixels, and then on author, let's just do border radius 50%, overflow hidden, and for the H3, which is inside dot text H3, so I'm going to do margin top not, and let's see, on the dot author, let's just do margin right 10 pixels. And then for the span, no, actually on dot text, do display flex again. I'll do flex direction row. No, column. I always get them mixed up. Then think we could take off the margin on H3 totally. So let's bring the font weight of the H3 down to 400, 600, and let's do font size 14 pixels. Let's actually see what font size they use. They use 16 pixels and it's font weight 500, font size 16 pixels, bit of a cheat there. And then the A and the span can be font size. This is probably like 11 pixels. Oh, it's way too small. 14. And let's give each of them a margin top 5 pixels. And for the A, let's do color, inherit, text decoration, none. I'm going to change the photo of this guy because his face isn't in the middle and it's, makes it not look as good. Let's take a photo. Sorry if this is your photo, by the way. Can you imagine? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy and paste these videos down just so we've got like the structure a bit better. Whoa. So why is that happening? Okay, let's just think. Let's just do flex columns. I think we got to use shrink and grow, but I can't even remember, to be honest. Or flex wrap. Boom. Cool. So like on the video, let's just add some margin underneath. 15 pixels. That's a lot more, maybe 60 pixels. Whoa. I can never get the pixels right first time. Never. And we also want to do overflow Y scroll. And this. It's going to allow us to scroll down. I also want to make this the categories. I want to make the width 270 pixels, a little bit better, and yeah, I think that's a good starting point, to be honest. Yeah, so I think we've come to a good point to end the video there. In the next video I'll continue on, I'll start adding the icons in, I'll just bring it to life a bit more, make it look more like YouTube's UI. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to hit subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll be posting many more videos like this soon. So if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment below, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.